Alright everybody, we're moving on to some much needed suspension components. We're doing sway bar links, we've got sway bar bushings if I bought the right ones. If I didn't buy the right ones, I'm just going to return them and give up. We've got a stabilizer, steering stabilizer as well, and we've got our outer tie rods. I didn't end up getting the inner tie rod because I just didn't have the money at the time. Oh, we also have our pitman arm as well. But while I'm jacking up the car, my wife's gonna do an unboxing video because apparently she has an ASMR voice, so she's gonna do that for us.
Okay, so while he jacked up the car, apparently I'm gonna be opening all his parts. I don't know what most of them are, so don't hate me for it. Precision. These are all what, your suspension parts?
Yep.
These are all suspension parts. Precision. Normally they say what they are on the box, but this one does not. At least this one's new. Not bad, not bad. A little pin that comes with it. I'm assuming this is the same thing, just the other side, also precision. This one looks like it's been opened. But it has this weird little net thing on it, so that's nice. Also has its pin. Are these supposed to be the same?
What? They're like ever so slightly different.
I was gonna say, one's bigger than the other.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do these things. I have no clue. This one also doesn't say what it is. Our child has made it to the front yard. She was in the backyard. Oh, these are the little, what are these called? Bushings?
Yeah. Sway bar links.
Our yard wraps all the way around, so we kind of, and it has a fence, so we kind of just let her play. But now she's in the front yard. From what I hear, these are really hard to put on. Because you gotta, like, fit them in there. Very nice, very nice. Very nice. And then we got Master Pros. It's a sway bar link. See, Master Pros tell you what they are on the side. Probably because... I think these are the ones we were concerned wasn't the correct thing. Because it looked different than what's already on it. But it looks right to me. Box is a little beat up, so we're a little worried about that, but looks fine. This is probably the other, yeah, the other sway bar link. This one's taped shut, which means someone probably already opened it.
Well, I was doing something.
But it's still in the bag, so. Hi, Samwise. Yes, hi. It's a little scratched up. Someone might have tried to put it on before. But it looks good, so it'll be fine. We're fine. Steering stabilizer. Steering stabilizer. It's a Monroe. Looks like a steering stabilizer. If you don't know what steering stabilizers are, most of them look like this. I can't pull it out. And then it has the bolt, the nut, the washers, and the pin. And I'm not going to open them because I will lose them. And then I'll be in trouble. Last but not least, the track bar, which is a very large box. And the part's not supposed to be very large. Which, oversized box. It had quite a bit of space in there. Let's take this baby out. It's a little bit greasy. It's just a wee bit greasy.
Alright, so we're going to start with our steering stabilizer because I believe it's going to be the easiest part, even though it's wrong. The steering stabilizer, but it's wrong, unless it came with a really long bolt. Let's go check. I didn't do the unboxing. With it's the good news, everybody. Came with a really long bolt. So we're gonna start by getting that one out of there. I'm gonna try and get some good camera angles on this one, guys. I know I suck at it, but I'm gonna try. So we're gonna see what we got. Okay, so we got our 2 bolts to take off. We got one here, and we got one here. So the one over here mounts to essentially the control arm. The one right here is mounting to our outer tie rod, which on this one, it literally the bar goes like from here all the way down, all the way to the end, which I'm pretty confident that we need, but not quite there yet. It does cost money to do these things, and yes, I did pre-loosen these a little bit just so the video isn't 4 hours long. I've got a 3/4 inch wrench on one end, and I've got an 18 on the other side. I would have used an 18 wrench on the other side so I could hold it a little bit better, but Lord knows where my 18-inch wrench is. They're not 18-inch, 18mm. So that's feeling like it's spinning completely free there. Nope. Lost that nut, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna need. Does look like just keep threading this out, so I mean I can pull it out. I'm pretty sure a new kit it comes with the 1 bolt for the castle nut side, so we're gonna need this nut that I dropped. Yeah. So I'm gonna need it for that side over there. We'll hold on to that. Still looks pretty good shape actually. And then on this castle nut here, it actually is just a 3/4. So we're just gonna go ahead and loosen that up the rest of the way. All I did before with the camera off to get us to this point was take the cotter pin out and go ahead and get it 1 or 2 turns loose. We're gonna hold on to that. Very oversized hammer. Let's see here. Doesn't seem to be helping us in this situation, so I'm sorry once again, I suck, I didn't film it. So this side here, this side goes in that hole there, boom, boom. What I did is I turned the vehicle all the way to the left with it up there, then I pried it this side and pulled it out and let it go because it was fully extended. And then this side, well, that side, I got a good hammer. Just for reference here, if this was needed, so it goes in and out, right? Out, a little bit tough. In, a little bit tough. This one's about as far out as I can get it. And then pulling it, it's taking a lot of force. That's what we're looking for, getting it tighter. So, let's start getting this one in. So, we're gonna be retaining that old nut and bolt from this side. Work it up into position just a little bit there. Bolt. It's gonna get caught on the tie rod. Well, a little love tap, nothing serious. Just angled just a little bit off. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and get this side just kind of finger tightened up because don't want to tighten it down quite yet, especially because that feels like it's gonna be a fighter. I want to get everything in line and have as much kind of room of play as I can get while I'm getting this together initially. Sorry, I just received a splinter from a random object. But while I'm getting everything initially hooked up, I want to just have it nice and easy. We're gonna push that through. Like that. So literally pushes through long end in. Gives us something to thread onto. Gives the nut right in there. Gives us the ability to have our castle nut on the end there. I can press this to get it lined up. Ugh. Look at that down in there as much as we can get it. So we got our washer and our nut on one side. Maybe this is the wrong. Nope, has to be the right nut. Now I was gonna say my least favorite thing about aftermarket stuff is that the sockets aren't the same size, but I mean the castle nut is the same size as the factory one was. The only difference here is now we have a top bolt, which we didn't have previously. I can't actually find where my castle nut feeds in. Things you pay attention to when you're putting it on that'll really help you along. I'm not seeing any remnants of a hole. That being said, kind of doesn't feel like it's in far enough. Maybe that's part of the issue with me finding it. Let's see here. We can't just find it. And we were definitely getting close. It's right on point where it needs to be. Now, where'd my washer go? Let's try this once more. Alright. Line, fly, done. Alright. I know where we're at. See if this sits down some more. He is not. Still not sure that that's gonna be enough. Might be good enough for us to get a half through. Usually I'm not the put a half through kind of guy, but also usually I'm not a castle nut kind of guy. Way out of left field. Okay. Much due consideration. Does not go the other way. There's no way to get it tight enough to make the cotter pin go in. Thus, no cotter pin. Somebody let me know in the comments how fast that means this thing's gonna kill me. Just falling apart. I'd be really interested to know. I actually kind of sounded like hurts of the bounced around. Ain't no way. So, guess I'll have to take a look at that video real quick. Well, upon inspection of the video, I found nothing. Probably because I'm looking at it on the GoPro screen and not a screen. So, kind of just hoping that's going okay. We'll find out if. Was kind of wondering if we're alluding to noises of something else going wrong. But for the time being, we're gonna do some sway bar links. So let me grab those and get back to you. All right, so we got a new sway bar links here, which look way better than our old ones. Let me show you those. Crusty, rusted, very cracked, very horrible. So, yeah, we're gonna do those and the sway bar bushings at the same time. I believe we might have actually got the proper sway bar bushings, and these are also just gone. Both sides cracked, rusted, gone. So let's get started. So I'm gonna take the lower side off first. Don't ask me a rhyme or reason on it. Just seems like the best idea. Once again, we're using an 18 on here. And there's a giant torque spit on the other end of that, so pause for effect. Alright, now hear me out. Does it feel
particularly accurate? No. Is the T55 the biggest I have? Yes. T50, alright. I think it's probably T55. It does have just a cinch of play on it. But I think it's even a hard to This bolt is long.
I had more than 2 hours sleep in me. Whew. Probably could have banged that out just a little bit quicker. It appears that, don't mind the sirens, doing the bottom side first may have been the wrong idea. We're gonna hang on to that nut, so we're gonna need it. We're gonna go undo the top side. On the top side, I get to take you along with me. A little bit, nothing holding in the bottom of this top side here except for that nut. So go ahead and undo it. And again, is this the right size? Probably not. Is it gonna? It does. Try that again. Yeah, part of the issue might be because, well, you see, I'm doing it one-handed to take you with me, one. And two, could really use a normal size ratchet here over anything. I think my extension's gonna be too much. Maybe we'll just drop the sway bar. Let's drop the sway bar. So we're dropping the sway bar, which honestly feels a bit smaller than what we got to. Hear me out, I'm pretty sure these things are 15s. But you know what I can't find in mine? Is 15s. You know what we're using? This is 16. Luckily, this isn't taking too much to get out of here. So we can use that 16 on it. Again, I'm pretty sure both the sway bar bolts that hold it up and the sway bar link bolts as well are also going to be size 15s, especially with how much difficulty I'm having holding on here. Damn it. The 16 holds on to the new stuff nice and firm. Now let's strip out a bolt. Boy, you're gonna hate yourself. So we found ourselves in the world of 5/8 because I can't find a 15. And I figured, close enough. Which, seemingly, is. Why I can't find a 15, I don't know. Because I don't think I've used a 15 on anything in a while. Alright, there's one. Loose, but not loose enough. Love it. So, my suspicions of it being 15 were correct. And I know this because I found my 15. So, let's get to work on this side with an 18 here. This side, got some fun on our end. So we're gonna run our extension. Got our 18 for large bolt here. But guess what? We just can't flip and get to, can we? Gonna end up needing to use a damn 18-inch wrench. Don't have laying around with me right now. Got one, but go ahead and use that 3/4 and we'll back it out. The torque bit.
It's going the right way.
Much up left. More power tools. Cannot be explained. That's hot. Hot, 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 hot. Yeah. Those are so not the right ones. I'm not ready to settle down yet. I'm ready to settle down. It's constantly wrong parts with this Jeep. Damn it, dude. Alright. Alright. It's alright. You can just put them back in the box. And we get the right ones. Later on down the line, let's stick to our sway bar links. Sway bar. It's wrong. It's all wrong. So side off here. So we got 15 on, so I'm gonna get that other side off. Right. So after some careful consideration, we've got our sway bar out. We've been shooting the legs here. I've got one new sway bar link loosely in. The other old one hasn't come out because I haven't found my 18mm wrench. And it's been a long couple days for me. So we're gonna call it a day on that. Come back when we get our new correct sway bar bushings. And yeah, we should be good to go from there. It should be pretty simple. But we'll pick up back then. So we're back in it again today. We did end up getting proper sized bushings. The ones we had were just not gonna cut. So old one, definitely blown out, definitely bad. A new one. Got
The smoke from the rust coming off is ridiculous. Oh, yeah, the next thing I need to get is one of those ultrasonic parts cleaners. So I throw all my rusty bolts in there and clean it up, because that would be immaculate. I'm sure you could probably just buy new bolts, but I'm trying to save money here. Plus, like, old steel's just better steel.
You can't convince me otherwise. So the problem here that we need that nut. That bolt. So we gotta be careful. I'm gonna move y'all out of the way. Yep, no. Usually get that sleeve out. And technically, I'll need to take that bolt off. Yeah. Let's see. No. Oop. Gotta do it. Let's see. All right. After a little bit of good old thread chaser action there, we can go ahead and slide this bad boy in. That cinches down. Hopefully much better now. Especially because with this one we gotta tighten down a bit more than we were before. I don't know why that is. It's not like it was a different option I had for the sway bar length as far as factory replacement parts go. Really wish I could get to this side with the ratchet like I can on the other side, but hey, it's alright. I don't want to get them too tight on there that they can't move for when we put them back into place. I just want to get them on there to the point where they're not moving. Does that make sense? Now with our sway bar bushings here, I don't know how to really tell you how you'd identify it. Well, specifically, this is where I put them back on at. If you're stuff isn't as dirty as mine. But mine is so dirty, you can just see exactly where it's supposed to go. This one's even worse than the other one was. There's definitely in due time with these. Let's see. The brown part goes up. See that? I mean, button goes directly there. No, I didn't have to think about it much because it's got this big old clean spot. Well, it's still not a clean spot. Cleaner spot. Just spread them open and pop them on. Like that. Boom. Now we got new sway bar bushings. Bushing top side off of the sway bar link. Put it into the sway bar with the washer on it as well. And then see if we can swing these bars down like that. And pop them into place, which is why I left that play on it. Don't worry, I just dropped the nut. Just start it on there, just so everything wants to hold into place nicely. I can quit dropping the nuts. Move them around to get them snug in there. Swing the sway bar back up. Should get us. Sorry, that wasn't very cinematic. So basically I just used the wrench. I forced the bolts with the bracket up with the bolt in the wrench one at a time. So now I just gotta tighten them down. We're gonna come up the top side here and get these sway bar links tightened up. Now we've got our sway bar bushings in, which, as always, for most of the things we do, is a big old pain. Talk of the fact that I'm not even spinning the bolt. I need a 17. Silly me. Alright, now that we're back with our 17, I'm gonna actually start getting on this. It's gonna take quite a bit of cinching down. So I'll show you what it looks like when we're done here. So that's what it looks like tightened down. I think the biggest issue that people run into with like sway bar links blowing out all the time is that they smush it down way too much. You don't need to pancake it. You can see we've got several threads showing, plenty amount of threads showing. This bushing is looking in an excellent spot. So it's not gonna go anywhere. So we'll get a final kind of check and see if everything's tight when we put it back on the ground. But I'm gonna go hit the other side real quick and we'll drop it down and see how everything's looking. So that's where the video ends today. Here's why. The intent was to move on and do the pitman arm / track bar and do the tie rod ends. Now, two problems. One, the whole time I've been doing this video, I've been trying to set up better, where I do loosen the bolt a little bit beforehand, get the whole breaker bar effect done beforehand, so you guys don't have to see me like cuss and moan and hate my life trying to get these rusted, crusted bolts off. So I went to the pitman bar, I tried to undo the bolt, and it's not going well. It's a Torx bit. It's a large size Torx bit, and I'm nearly at the point of stripping this thing off to the point where I need this vehicle. So what I ended up doing is just tightening it back up. I've got a friend. He's got way better tools than me. He's got way better options than me and knowledge than me. He's got like 20 years experience doing mechanical stuff. I'm gonna ask him if he can help me out or if he can point me in the right direction to get this thing off so I can do the track bar and get it done right. The tie rod ends, because I only have the ends, I don't have the full tie rods, just the ends. I just put insurance on it today, which means it'll be active at midnight tonight. I'm going to drive it to the car wash and pressure wash clean the whole crap out of the undercarriage because I need the tie rods to be clean. I need this area to be clean when I'm doing it so that I could poor man's alignment this thing. In the next video, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to do the tie rods and I'm going to do the poor man's alignment with a tape measure. I'm going to show you guys how to do that. I've done it before. I know what I'm doing. We're going to get you straight as you can get with the tape measure and a hope and dream. But that's where we're at. So we got the sway bar links on, we've got the steering stabilizer on, we've got the sway bar bushings on, and that's all going great. Following things up with what we're going to do soon, what we're going to get to, pitman / track bar, the tie rod ends. Eventually I will buy the actual tie rods and do those as well. It just wasn't in the budget at the moment. I just put some new tires on order. They're going to get picked up today, put on sometime this week. So we're going to start having some content rolling out of me doing like rollers on my way to work. We're going to have like video of my commute, funny people reactions, people seeing the Jeep with all the names over it, stupid people reactions of all the idiots I see on my drive to work. I drive 46 miles each way to work at midnight. There's plenty of stupid to see. So that's going to start coming out. Stick around, get to it. I'm getting better with the camera angles. I've got a second GoPro on hand that I'm going to start putting batteries in, and I'm going to start recording with that as well so we can get 2 different angles. Hopefully things will start looking a lot better, feeling a lot better, sounding a lot better, and you guys will have a lot more to enjoy. But just stay tuned. There's a lot more to come with this Jeep. We're just getting started. This is all just maintenance because I need this vehicle soon. And after I get through the point of I need it, we're done with it, and it's roadworthy, we're going to start doing some crazy stuff. So stay around.